Blossom end rot is not a disease. That is the first thing to get right. You cannot spray it, you cannot cut it out and save the plant, and buying a calcium spray might not do a single thing. The rot you can see on the bottom of that fruit is already finished. What matters now is what is happening in the soil right now and what you do in the next few days. That dark sunken patch on the bottom of your tomato, pepper, or courgette is dead tissue. The plant could not deliver enough calcium to that part of the fruit while it was forming. Calcium does not move easily once it is inside a plant. It travels with water upward as the plant drinks. If that water flow stutters, even briefly, the developing fruit does not get what it needs. The damage happens fast and it is permanent. No amount of treatment reverses it once it has appeared. Here is where most people go wrong. They assume their soil is calcium deficient. For most UK allotment soils, that is not the problem. The calcium is almost certainly there. The problem is uptake. Inconsistent watering is the number one cause. The plant dries out, then gets flooded, then dries out again. That stop-start cycle breaks the steady upward flow of water and calcium together. Hot, dry spells make it worse. Overcrowded roots in containers make it worse. High nitrogen feeding makes it worse because the plant rushes leafy growth and cannot keep up with fruit demand. Remove any fruit showing blossom end rot. Cut them off cleanly. Do not leave them on the plant hoping they will recover. They will not. The plant is spending energy on fruit that will not be edible, and you need that energy going elsewhere. If more than half the fruits on a single truss are affected, remove the whole truss. It sounds harsh. It is the right call. This is the window that matters. If you have 1 or 2 affected fruits and the rest look healthy, you are still in time to protect the rest of the crop. Check the soil moisture right now. Push your finger 2 inches into the soil. It should feel consistently damp, not soggy, not dry and cracked at the edges. If it is dry, water deeply and steadily today. Not a quick splash, a slow, thorough soak that reaches the roots properly. From this point, water little and often is the wrong approach for blossom end rot. You want consistent, even moisture every single day. Set a schedule and keep it. If your plant is in a pot or grow bag, check it twice a day in warm weather. Grow bags dry out faster than you think, and they are one of the highest risk setups for this problem. Lay a mulch around your plants right now if you have not already. A 2 to 3 inch layer of compost, straw, or grass clippings over the soil surface slows moisture loss dramatically. It keeps the soil temperature steadier too, which helps roots function properly. Do not pile it against the stem. Leave a small gap right around the base of the plant. Foliar calcium sprays are widely sold as a fix for blossom end rot. Use them if you want, but do not rely on them as your main response. They can provide a small top-up, but they do not fix the underlying problem. If the issue is inconsistent watering, a spray will not solve it. Sort the watering first. Everything else is secondary. If you have been feeding heavily with a high nitrogen fertilizer, ease off. Swap to a tomato feed with a higher potassium ratio. This encourages the plant to focus on fruiting rather than producing more leaves. Follow the dosage on the label. More is not better here. Check the base of every developing fruit every 2 to 3 days. You are looking for a small, pale patch that softens and then darkens. Catching it at the pale stage does not save that fruit, but it tells you immediately that your watering has slipped. Act on that signal the same day. Do not wait. Blossom end rot is a watering and uptake problem, not a soil deficiency in most cases. Remove affected fruits, mulch your beds today, and move to consistent daily watering. That is the intervention that actually changes the outcome for your remaining crop. So, over to you. When you got your first case of blossom end rot, did you reach for a spray, or did you figure out the watering connection first? Tell us in the comments. We are curious how long it took most people to make that link. That is one more method you can actually use. Subscribe to Grow a Lot Studio, and I will keep showing you exactly how it is done.